Welcome to the National Credit Awareness and Resolution Association podcast at NACARA.org, your source for navigating debt repayment challenges during tough economic times. Today we'll explore how small business owners can more effectively use creditor tools, specifically respect and dealing in good faith. NACARA aims to bridge the gap between debtors and creditors as a paradigm shift allows debtors to propose their own repayment solutions. Let's get started. Borrowers can get pushed around by creditors. Why you, the borrower, deserve due respect. Borrowers can get pushed around by creditors from time to time. They seem to be treated on occasion as just numbers on a balance sheet, or like a social security number or an account number. Creditors need to give their borrowers more dignity as human beings. First, as you know very well, business owners are not numbers. They're just like you. You deserve due respect, always, even when things get tough during a sharp economic downturn. You wake up each morning and get dressed just like your primary relationship officer at the lending institution, or the credit administrators. They wake up each morning and get dressed, or the special assets department, or even senior management officials. They're no better than you, nor are they more superior than you. You have personal needs and desires just like they do. You take on heavy responsibilities and manage your company's operations, so payrolls and debt repayments are even possible. What can creditors do differently to give you, the borrowers, the respect and dignity you deserve? Second, getting respect builds trust. The borrowing relationship was built on mutual trust in the first place, else the extension of credit would not have funded at the beginning. When the creditor treats you with respect, it fosters a spirit of cooperation, does it not? A cooperative and productive relationship is materially less expensive to the creditor and you, as opposed to an adversarial relationship. If necessary, set the tone from the beginning with the creditor yourself, that you value and appreciate the lender, but that you expect to be treated with respect too. Let them know that you intend on maintaining a healthy relationship and that you and the creditor should work together in a good faith cooperative manner at this very difficult time. Expect nothing less. A borrower with a problem loan is not a problem person. While most creditors have conquered the complexities of cash flow, some lenders disrespect and treat borrowers who are having financial difficulties not like human beings, but like objects to be tossed around and disposed of at their discretion. Many institutions value respect as one of their core values, but does that respect only apply to interactions within the institution, or does it also include their customers who are in financial trouble? It should, right? But does it really happen, though, during serious economic downturns? Is there a culture of disrespect when it comes to borrowers with problem loans? Probably, more than likely. Creditors should put themselves in your shoes. If they're in financial trouble, you will experience high stress and mixed emotions. Great uncertainty is at play. You may feel unsure what will happen if you default on your loan or even make your next payroll. How would your creditor or your primary relationship officer, the credit administrations, or the special assets department officers, whomever the person is that's responsible for your lending deposit relationship, like to be treated if that person were in your shoes? Seriously, think about it. Some creditors dealing with borrowers experiencing financial stress can easily forget to be respectful. Do your best to proactively live up to your loan covenants in the loan agreement and be prepared to come up with a plan to fix the same, any deficiencies. This short ad is sponsored by the Debt Crisis Problem podcast. Attention listeners, please join us at tunabudget.com to tune into the Debt Crisis Problem podcast, where in plain English we discuss the 20 risks that could soon fuel a serious economic downturn. We explore these critical risks and offer practical insights for navigating financial uncertainty. Join us for thought-provoking discussions that encourage transparency and awareness. Subscribe now to stay informed and be ready for whatever comes next. Let's talk about dealing in good faith, okay? This is really a great fundamental principle that creditors should remember. Like a good referee, if you were the creditor, how would you describe what doing business in good faith means when dealing with a borrower experiencing financial difficulties? Would not every party and stakeholder to the loan agreement expect such persons to act in good faith? Maybe it has something to do with being sincere, having good intentions. And what about being honest? Certainly, when the loan was originated, all the parties came to the loan were honest and adhered to the terms of the promissory note and loan agreement. But why do many borrowing relationships become soured and very contentious? Can the various parties, even when there is disagreement on proposed repayment terms and conditions, not exhibit respect and good faith during these negotiations? What if you become contentious and no longer deal in good faith? What if the creditor loses his temper and wants to just foreclose on the collateral and put you into bankruptcy? The parties, including you, should carefully reread the loan documents, the promissory note and loan agreement to start, and highlight your rights and responsibilities under the terms of the loan docs. You need to know what's going on. As you carefully read them, you will obviously see that the creditor holds all the heavy cards. If you fail to keep your end of the agreement, the creditor is entitled to pursue its default remedies to recover the exposure. That is just the way it is, and they have the resources to do it too, at least under regular economic conditions. But no one should be exercising heavy-handed maneuvers and display an overbearing attitude that may be construed as being a bully, especially in the special assets department level where few are paying close attention to such behavior, most likely. If it happens, speak up and escalate the matter and set new mutual expectations. Another way for a creditor to view dealing with respect and in good faith with you would be the following example. He could try to work out a deal, or as a last resort take you all the way through foreclosure and even through bankruptcy, and when it was all said and done, still have lunch with you. Now that's a pretty high standard, but that's the right standard that should happen. Do you not think you would have been given every opportunity to make and present your best repayment solutions if there was that much respect and goodwill to the end? That's what I'm talking about. The creditor can and will get whatever it wants due to the loan structure, but the negotiated repayment plan will be what it should be. How well you manage your own behavior, and hopefully the creditor is watching its own behavior too, it means everything. Determined to give and receive the utmost respect and goodwill as you negotiate through the repayment process. In short, if the creditor becomes disrespectful to you, it would be nice if someone could just ask this person, "Who do you think you are? You just represent the lender, but the lender would never treat people like this." So what will be said of you, your attitude, and your actions? So smack down any animosity between you and the creditor. Finally, just avoid being overbearing and mean-spirited ever, and respect to be treated the same. It's just plain unacceptable. It is in the creditor's and your best interest to always be respectful and deal in good faith with each other. Thank you for joining with us. Today we covered another creditor tool, respect and dealing in good faith, as debtors prepare to propose their own repayment solutions. We want to hear from you. Share your own credit risk memo and debt repayment experiences, questions, and recommendations with us at NACARA.org. If you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe for notifications of future podcasts. Your feedback helps other small businesses stay in business. Until next time, step forward and take responsibility for your own debt repayment solutions. Thanks again.